Well, I took a look at the platform 290 in the addition area here, uh, and we see a couple things we're going to have to deal with at some point. So it's this thing called a girder truss. You've got a couple of those there, and this shows an L2 here at this. Uh, if we, what we're trying to do is understand what we need to do to build this. So if we come back to A103 and look at it here, you can see it. This is the area here. It's 40 feet long and 8 feet wide. And it's been revised a couple of times underneath it. So you have some closets, 2x4s here. These were originally 2x4 walls here in that area. They've been changed to 2x6. So accommodated those changes. But in working through this, let's go back. You see that the cut here is 1A302. So when you come down and look at this cut, trying to get an idea of how to build this platform, the first thing you're going to notice here is that the 10-foot one is at this level, the top of the platform floor here. So that's a 2x10 and 3/4, so that's 10 inches right here, and that's actually to the 10-foot 1-inch level. So what we've seen before, this was the wall height in the other area of the build. This area back here is all at 10-foot 1, so that's a pretty common number. And if all the elevations you see show this 10-foot 1, 16-1, and 21. And so when we come back to this guy here, the 10-1 is the top of the platform, not the top of the wall. And these are these interior walls that got changed to 2x6. So what we've got is that the actual truss is resting up here at this area. And you have these look like wall sections here, and they may turn out to be. It's just not clear exactly what they are at this point. The only thing you've got to go on is that everything in here has got to be above the floor. So this is above the floor here, so it's going on up. There's actually no measurement where it's defined like this that I can find. So I've scaled off, and I've come up with 12 feet 1 inch here as the height of this wall. And that's where the trusses are going to rest. So if you come back and look at this thing now, the trusses run left and right here. Trusses run left and right as we're looking at it across there. And the length of the truss would be 40 feet. And what's it going to rest on out here? Well, we've had it at 10 feet 1 inch, but it's actually going to rest at 12 feet 1 inch. And that will allow us to get our platform in here underneath all of that. And then we've got room for these two vertical sections here, which would turn out to be 2 feet. So the question is, are they the girder truss? Okay, I've put in a request to try to find that out. And then how far does the girder truss go? Well, at this point, best I can tell, it's going to stop right in here. And the only way you can get an L2 in, again, above the floor, and I'm not sure what good it's going to do above the floor, the L2 across this hall span. So that span there of 10 feet it just, all of this strikes me as like, okay, this doesn't not going to add up correctly here at this point. If they do go a girder truss and don't stop it here, if it runs all the way to there, now that makes sense right there, because then you're going to have some walls above that on each side of this platform, enclosing it in up here. So that puts the platform level here, if we can kind of imagine it now. This platform is at 10.1 and this is at 12.1. And as we come back towards the outside wall, this, there's no truss at all in here. You see, you got a double truss there and a double truss there. So you have this gap here. And what it looks like is you're going to have 2x8s on 16-inch on center running down this way. And then that they could actually put the decking on in shingle. And it's going to come down at an angle. So let's come back to 103 here and look at the 3A302. And number 3 is right here. Again, they show the 10.1 here, and actually they're showing 16.1 doesn't apply to, it's the existing wall over here. But our truss is going to reside here at this, above that, between these two. So again, my calculations come up with 12.1, so that's what we're using right now. And if you look at the elevation, in the 201A, this is the outside wall here. And this wall here, if we look at that, you can see that the eave line here is actually a little bit above the 10.1 mark. So all of this information is telling me that's at 12.1. Again, you can't find that number anywhere, so I had to just figure it out, put it in. The gable that this goes into, if we look at it from the side here, this eave and that eave are the same. You can see the existing gable comes in here at more or less the top of this. So it's not, see, it's not exactly the same, but so that's just something they'll work out. They'll extend the existing gable and build that in by hand. So all of that to say that we have to raise the wall up at 12.1, but it actually doesn't solve the platform problem. Again, coming back to the platform itself, we can build this platform here 10 inches below the 10.1, so that makes these studs 9.3. And these door headers will actually work out. But if you look at the reverse ceiling plan, they've got this sheetrock here at 9 feet 2.5 And we know that the trusses are up at 12 feet. So to build this, they'll actually have to put some ceiling joists in here to hang sheetrock, and there'll be an air gap there between that. So in theory, down at the 10-1 level, which would be above that, you could actually build an L2 header across here, which again would be at a minimum of 11 1/4, but typically would be 14 1/4 the way we've been building it. So, and it would all be above the 9 1/2 here. So we could make it work. That's if the girder stops right here at this point, at this wall right here. And same way here, this is a wall down here. So, and there's nothing but a door, and the door header's below the ceiling, so it's not a problem. The only thing that's really not answered for us is this area here. Whether that's the same height, I don't know, and probably not going to know until I get there. So there you go.